What up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood shooter broadcast you live from the west of the west side. It's a snowy, as you can see, January day. Right now, we have in front of me my girl, King Brema. She is a wonderful um, seamstress, fashion designer, whatever you want to call it. The girl is bad. Okay. So, this dress she actually made, and she sent me a inbox, and I saw the dress and I was like, oh, that's cold. I'm not thinking that she's gonna make the dress. I don't know why I didn't think that, but anyway, she made the dress, came through, we shot it. So she has some event coming up in April. I believe it's a fashion show. So we want to make sure this dress is looking real nice for marketing. You know what I'm saying? And being that she kind of looks like this, it ain't a whole lot we got to do. So normally I like to start off by opening up and just kind of examining where any little specks, sparkles, anything that I can just clean up on the background. Most of the time you just want to make sure your background is clean in the first place. But if your background is pretty much decent, then you can go ahead and proceed with other stuff. Like I say, in this case, I see some specks, a couple background imperfections, things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock those out. So I'm gonna pick my what is this? This is my paint mixture brush, and I am going to hit a Command J. The top layer is gonna be my OG layer. I don't never really mess with that. I just kind of use that as reference. So I'm doing open bracket, close bracket. I have black selected as a paint for my paint mixture. I don't think it really matters. It probably does if you have black or white. Um, I've never seen it to matter. So what I'm doing is kind of the same situation I would do if I were editing or cleaning up a pink background, orange background, anything like that. I use the same process. So paint mixture brush, it kind of knocks out all that dirt, dust, grime, and anything else in between. We're gonna search around. I doubt if it's anything up here. It's not. It's nothing up there. So this is my DIY psych wall. So I know where all my imperfections are at on the wall. So go down here by the right arms, pick that up, clean that up. I'll hit C occasionally in between the open bracket, closed bracket, just to clean my brush off. Uh, I guess the paint mixture brush, if we being completely honest, I think it's more like I don't know what the brush does, but it blends colors, I guess. So it's taking a sample of this white and it's blending everything white. So since I haven't introduced any other contrasting color, it's just really just cleaning up everything white. So I found this brush to be massively useful when it comes to just cleaning up a background. Um, excuse me. There's other ways I would normally probably do it too. Um, I could probably use like if you use Affinity Photo, and that's kind of what we in right now. I probably should have started with that, but I'm in Affinity Photo. Never learned how to use Photoshop. It was overly complicated, and that's weird because I use After Effects and Premiere, and I totally get it. To each his own, right? But in here, paint mixture brush and the in paint brush really kind of gets me through. I've tried a lot of the other tools. Like I say, editing is, kind of to each his own. So you find what works for you. If it can get you through that picture faster, get you that look, because the ultimate goal is to get it clean. If it can get you through that, then, so be it. So as you can see, we kind of got our background clean. Let me hit the C button again. Go in between these shadows. Be real delicate around the fingers, wrist, up this arm. Don't want to necessarily get rid of this shadow, but I just kind of want to blend it in and kind of take some of the texture of the floor off, because that's just paint on top of paint right there. Alright, so we pretty much good with that. Now I am going to switch to my hotkey. Oh, I see a spot right over there. Let me go ahead and clean this up right in this corner. Boom. Clean that up real smooth. Yup, yup. Pardon the noise if you heard that. I got people working on the heat because it's cold in here. But let me go ahead and go to Command J. I'm sorry, not Command J, just J. And I'll change the color to white. I don't think it really matters. J is really my hotkey for the tool right here. This is called the inpainting brush tool. I look at it as a magic eraser. So all my little specs, anything like that, let's zoom in. Let's get a little bit closer, a little bit more intimate with these specs. Get rid of those little dirt particles or dust particles. It was a velvet dress, so velvet, if you know velvet, it's gonna pick up a lot, especially black. So go through here, and as you can see, the kind of striations of the white with the where the light hits it, I'm gonna kind of bump those in my highlights, make a little mask, pop them a little bit more, you dig. Let's see here, get rid of that, boom, boom, boom. Most of the time you want to take your time with anybody's edit or anybody's work. But in some cases you don't need to do much because most people actually like the way they look. Let's go erase that. I'll hit clone stamp and we're gonna copy this. Let's zoom in. All I want to do is in my zoom and a stamp. Just shake your butt. There we go. Alright, everything is looking pretty velvety and lovely. I'm gonna move up. I don't see any imperfections on the skin as far as like hand wise. Good placement, good nails. I don't need to do a fill-in job. Nope, we're all good there. She did ask me to get rid of her lace. Normally when people ask me to get rid of their lace, I'm thinking they're talking about the hair, but in this case we're talking about maybe this lace band. I don't know. We're gonna erase it and we're just gonna see. So as you can see, it kind of acts as like a clone stamp. I'm sorry, it kind of acts as like a there we go. Kind of acts as like a magic eraser, but I'm using the clone stamp tool right now to kind of make sure that looks a little natural. And I know what you're saying. Oh, but it's so bright. You can see it. I know. Go back to my J. My J. Wop. Kind of blend them colors in a little bit. There we go. Ooh, blend that in. It's like a haircut. Just blend it in a little bit. And we'll be back to that area. So it ain't over. It ain't over by a long shot. Let me just go up this material. I'm not really sure what it is, but it does hold a pretty good shine. Pretty good sheen on it. I may pop that a little bit too. Alright. Gotta love tattoos. In this case, not bad. Face, like I say, she actually looks like that. So what we are going to do is we're going to kind of disappear those smile lines. And I believe she was going for the messy hair look. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm going to just kind of knock some of these out the way. Just get rid of some of them, just so I can have a clean face. Like I say, I forgot to ask her if that's what we were going for. If you saw the video where we were kind of doing the actual shoot, it was just a whole lot of energy in there. So I didn't think to ask if that's how the hair is supposed to look, because I don't know. I get a haircut. So if I get a haircut, that means I'll line you up. But like I say, all this up here, I would normally kind of get rid of it, but I felt like she was going for like the loose, mangled look, and we're gonna leave it at the loose mangled look. Okay, everything's looking really, really smooth right now. So I'm going up here to filters, go down to frequency separation. The amount for the radius and tolerance, I always leave that right there. For me, there's never been a reason to mess with that. Like the default settings, I'm going to hit OK on that. Now I got, as you can see over here, high frequency, low frequency. Sometimes I'll take this and I'll duplicate the high frequency just to kind of make my image pop a little bit and to give a little bit of compensation for when you post it on social media, because they're going to knock you down anyway. But I'll duplicate it, and in most cases I'll just take it down to 50%. So I don't really need it too high. But we're gonna go back to that paint mixture, go to that low frequency layer, you dig, and then we're gonna go ahead. I got set brushes, okay? So for those that need to know, this is my frequency separation brush. If you have questions as to the settings for this frequency separation brush, just let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to try to give you a tutorial on how I set it up, but it's one of those things you kind of set up as a preset for yourself just so you can move in and out of stuff. But let me keep going here. I'm gonna hit C again to clear my brush, paying attention to my shadows and my highlights and my midtones, making sure we don't disregard what our lovely makeup artist had did to this face. So let me go ahead, because really all I want is a clean look. Just want it clean. I believe she has like a natural glam on, which I take that to mean you just have a clean face. So we just gonna go clean face. We're gonna go up underneath the neck. Like I say, not getting rid of any of her shadows, highlights, or midtones, just working with what I have. Okay, that's looking a little clean for me. The dress don't need to be retouched at all. But then we're gonna come back in here. Remember that area I told you we was gonna come back to? Yeah, we back. We real back. Yeah, we back. So just working in this area here. I can see a little bit of green in there. Let me go ahead and try to clear that brush and clear that green out of there. That could be coming from the camera. I'm not really sure. But arms are fine, wrist is fine. We're just gonna hit it real lightly. This could be some defringing or something like that on the actual image. Again, I don't know. If I wanted to, I can come over here to the adjustments. A lot of times you can take care of this in your Lightroom or Capture One or whatever you use. You can come over to the green, and then let's go ahead and drop that up out of there. That's giving not enough, so being very modest, we're gonna drop that yellow out. But if we drop the yellow out, it turns gray. So that's something with the coloring or something like that. But it's a thumb, and it's the only one, and I'm not gonna worry about it because the focus is on the dress. So let's delete that layer and come back. Like I say, the nails and everything looked fine. Let me go ahead and hit this one time for the one time. Like I say, that could be some form of defringing. And most of the time you can take care of that in your raw adjustment. I didn't see it until now because, like I say, when you zoom out, that's kind of the picture you're looking at. So I'm not really overly concerned with that. But I'll take you to here. I will take this up to, oh no, let me do this. Do I want to do that? Okay, so I want to pop the highlights, and this is one way you can pop the highlights. I'll just grab the brush tool. This is still my frequency separation brush, but it works for me for popping certain highlights. Like if I wanted to pop a highlight in the hair, I would use a different brush, but in this case I'm using it to pop a highlight in material, so I need kind of a little bit more of a punch on that. So we gonna go ahead and try to trace out all of that sheen. Let's see if we can get that in there. And then I would go over here to my normalizer, hit soft light, and I don't like that. So let me delete that. So let me close this up first. Let's close this up in a group. Duplicate it, turn one of them off. I always try to leave a back door for myself, and then we're gonna rasterize this, and then we're gonna try that one more time. New layer, brush. Nope, that's not giving what I need for it to give. That is giving what I need for it to give. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and try to follow some of these areas. I'm not gonna do the big one. Let me see how that looks, because if this isn't the way, then I may try. There we go. So I'm gonna hit it over. No, not that one. Not that one. Overlay. We're gonna do an overlay. Okay. Do an overlay there. Okay. We are gonna, like I say, follow some of these striation marks in the velvet just to kind of make that light pop a little bit more. It's like small stuff, but sometimes the simpler the better. Little stuff that they'll never put up on social media and be like, yo, he really made my highlights and my velvet dress pop. They'll never say that, because they'll never know. They'll never know I was there. So a little small one here, a little small one there. And like I said, I don't need to do the big area right here. I could, but like I said, I don't feel like I need to. Go up this one a little bit, connect that, size up a brush, come on down with that one, and I think that was all. So with the dress, without it, it just gives it a little bit more pop, a little bit more flair. We'll use the same brush and on the same layer, and we'll come down this area using the same brush. On focus right up in here, ever so slightly shrinking the brush as I go. There we go. And we can even take that a little bit. But if I was gonna do the hair, I would probably do a slightly different one, because like I feel like that's too much in the hair personally, because it's not a shiny look hair. So I am going to backtrack, take the hair part out, create a new layer, use the same brush, same settings, and this time I will be able to take it down a notch. So we're going to do overlay, and I'm going to take it down to about 25%, maybe 50. Let me see, 50. Yeah, 50. So that way, if I wanted to, I can even pop the highlight on the actual lip. Very small. Pop it there. Let me see that. Nope, don't like the top one. Like the bottom one though. Okay, so as you can see, quick little in and out with my girl B. You dig? So if you like this video, you know the vibes, man. Like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell, you know the vibes, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm about to get up out of here. I got another one to edit, and I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. Doses.